oppressed. Boal defined oppression as when we are not allowed to be who we want to be, when we are not allowed to do what we want to do, or when dialogue becomes monologue. All of those definitions work. Of course, the notion of the oppressed is quite a subjective one. And indeed, when you begin to work on this, with this methodology, with groups, often particularly in the more affluent West, people will say, well, I'm not oppressed, because they are thinking of worse oppressions. They're thinking of very visible oppressions in parts of the world where it's staring you in the face, and they're thinking of Yemen now, or they're thinking of Syria, or they're thinking of terrible poverty in India, or they're thinking of the Rohingya people in Burma, in Myanmar. But that's not useful, of course, because when we all probably have a hierarchy of oppression in our minds. We all probably have a sense of this one is more important than this one to me. But probably most people have some experience of oppression, and certainly one of the repeated discoveries of making this work in different parts of the world is that wherever you go, women have experience of oppression. Wherever you go, people of colour tend to have experience of oppression. Wherever you go, people with disabilities tend to have experience of oppression. Or wherever you go, people who are economically disadvantaged tend to have experience of oppression. Wherever you go, people whose gender and or sexuality is different from people around them, there we find oppression. Those are the definitions that Boal primarily used. And to go further, I suppose it would be when one group has power over another group and misuses that power, oppression happens.